Mike's and me nowadays. Fucking proud of this kid. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for the mayor of Terrasana.
Gotta take it out of the hole. She always says, honey, you gotta keep it in the hole. Yeah, so I've had a lot of crazy girlfriends, man, I'll tell you. Fucking, the last one, I mean, she burned all my clothes. It was pretty fucking crazy. And my furniture. But she tried to put her finger up my butt when we were having sex one night. And I was like, what the fuck? And I broke that shit with my fucking butt cheeks. And now it points to the west. And like I saw her in PD a couple days later, and I waved at her. And she's like, hi. Or was it like that? Hi. That one was totally broken. It was great. So that my mom heard that skit, I didn't know Instagram was connected to Facebook. And my mom heard that shit. And she blocked me immediately on everything. And then called me, I'm in Home Depot, and she said, take that off there before your Aunt Mildred sees it. Jesus Christ doesn't want you talking about that. And you talked about a woman putting her finger up your butt, and you broke it. I'm like, Mom, it was just a joke. It was a joke. It was actually an event that happened to my buddy, not me, but I didn't like tell her it was a joke. But, you know, she's almost as good as the girl that I met at Street Scene. You guys remember Street Scene?
Yeah!
Fuck, man, I had such a good time that night. She was hot as fuck. We ended up fucking in the staircase of the Horton Plaza parking garage. And like, all of a sudden, there's like this light on us. And I'm like, what the fuck? And this guy walks closer. It's a security guard. I'm like, how long have you been watching? He's like, it's on camera. And fucking, he's like, I'll give you $400 to let me watch you guys finish. And I'm like, brah. Got very awkward. She looks at me, I look at her. She said, make it 900, you got a deal. So yeah, that's how I got famous, you know, on Pornhub. Yeah.
He's really there if you guys are curious.
It's a secret. Be very, very quiet. But the more views, the more money I'll get one day. Just like, that's why they call me the U-Haul Bandit. Yeah, when they said police tried to wake me up, I sleepwalked and shit, and I woke up on the 15th of my U-Haul with the fucking sparks flying. Oh, what the fuck? I snapped out. I'm like, what's going on? Why are they chasing me? And I called my girlfriend, who was a dispatcher for SDPD, and she said, just pull over, Ty. Just pull over. And I pulled over and gave up. I fell asleep right when I pulled over. I fell asleep again. So they yanked me out of the window. It was gnarly. It's all on YouTube. Look up that one. It's a good one. Anyway, yeah. So my grandmother called her Gangster Granny. She drives an Escalade on 20s with purple pen striping. It's dope as fuck. Like, I put some supercharger shit on it, made it a little faster, magnifying exhaust. Fucking, she got 2 speeding tickets last year. I had to get her the cheap insurance over there at Fred Loya, where I go. And yeah, fucking great though. But I was putting a new roof on her house in a heat wave. And I got off the roof, went in the house, and said, Grandma, I'm sweating like a whore in church. And she looked at me, son, your mother don't go to church. And I was like, Grandma, what? Hell yeah. Yeah, so that's what, she is gangster, like, she has no filter. Taking her to Home Depot's great, because she'd be like, get these motherfuckers over here to help me, goddammit. I'm like, well, just get the carpet, chill out. And she picked out navy blue carpet for her bedroom. It was sick as fuck. The installer thought we were black people, because I thought it was for a black lady. I'm like, what are you, racist? I said, we're Italian. I'm only black from the waist down. Yeah, that was great. He was cool as fuck. I helped him. he didn't want no help. He carried the whole roll on his shoulder in one shot. So I'm going to close with this one right here. These two quick ones, actually. So what happens? No, I think I'll do this one. What do you call a lesbian on fire? An LGBTQ. Why are gay guys' car insurance so high? Always getting hit in the rear. And it's kind of hard to drive when you got something up your butt. Okay, so what happens when you finger bang a psychic on her period? You get your palm rubbed. Thank you very much, guys. You've been awesome. Thank you.
Fresh off his first headlining set at Ocotillo Wells, ladies and gentlemen, the mayor of Terra Santa, Tyler Wilson. Shit you not, dude. Literally, Miss Swanson's class, kindergarten, just up the road at Vista Grande.
She was hot.
She was not hot. Oh my god, dude.
Yeah.
What are your dude? No, Miss Stone. It was Miss Stone, our kindergarten teacher.
Yeah, she was hot, Miss Evans.
Miss Evans was not our kindergarten teacher. Ladies and gentlemen, weed and recollection, alcohol and recollection.
It would be Mr. Edmonds for my son.
It would be Mr. Edmonds was your crush?
That was your crush?
Okay, so wait, hold on.
Wait, you had a crush on
So
my
your Vista Grande crush was Miss Edmonds?
About teachers.
Yeah, you had a crush on me.
You had a crush on Miss Edmonds?
Oh, she had a
I
crush
thought
on
we
my
were
mom.
talking about teachers.
Yeah, we are talking about teachers. Because if there was a crush teacher, for me it was Mrs. Halverson. Anyone? Miss Halverson?
Miss Melissa.
None of you guys remember Halverson. Okay, never mind. What's funny is I Googled Miss Halverson, hottest kill. Honestly, I swear to God, has not missed a step. All right, we're gonna keep this comedy train rolling. On deck, dude. Haven't seen this guy since he had a kid. On deck we have Joey the Queen Mahia. But ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for comedic styling.